Oh, this is my submission for my heart healthy meal assignment. Today I'm going to be making a cilantro lime dressing. We're planning on having a salad tonight, and I thought I would make this along with that. Just as a little PSA, I won't be making the salad with this, but if you do make a salad with this, you do need to find something that's really high in those leafy greens, and especially spinach. Spinach is very high in fiber, and leafy greens in general are very high in antioxidants. I'm going to go into antioxidants just a little bit here, just as a PSA. Antioxidants really help at a molecular level for your body. I'm going to grab my notes back here again. To protect cells from free radicals. Free radicals are basically highly reactive components, and antioxidants really help neutralize those components so that they don't lead to different issues like heart disease or any damage to your cells, basically. Awesome. Here, I'm going to sneak my notes just here, a little off screen here. But first we're going to start off with olive oil. I've also washed my hands before this. Goodness. Grab that up. I'm going to be placing everything in this blender here, which is where I'm going to put the dressing at the end, so you won't see that, but I will be pouring it into there. Olive oil, we're going to do 1/4 cup. Olive oil is really helpful in lowering blood pressure and reducing inflammation. It's got a lot of those high it's high in monosaturated fats, which reduces inflammation and protects against heart disease. We're going to sneak that in here. The next thing we're going to put in here is low-fat cottage cheese. Do that real quick. Awesome. I'm a big fan of cottage cheese, so it's already been opened. Do 2 cups of that. So cottage cheese really helps with protein and calcium when we're thinking about our heart and everything. Those are 2 components that we need for our system. But it also reduces the LDL or bad cholesterol for our heart. And everyone hears about high cholesterol levels and everything all the time. So looking into that here. And I'm going to hurry and place this in here. There has been a lot of trends around cottage cheese lately regarding it as like a food thing. This isn't incorrect, but we are giving cottage cheese a little bit more credit than is due. I'll lift this up just a little bit while I'm talking. A little more credit, you do need to get a low-fat version of cottage cheese to have these benefits and everything. If you're getting a high-fat one, you are just getting back those LDLs and not the healthy cholesterol that you want. Sneak this off to the side here. Next, we're going to put some garlic in here. Garlic helps lower cholesterol and blood pressure and improves those antioxidants that I was talking about earlier. I'm getting this from a jar, of course, which isn't the best option. You really want to have those fresh cloves, but this is what I had on me at the moment. So sometimes if you have to take these kind of shortcuts, it can help a little bit, just making sure you get those healthy meals in you rather than reaching something more convenient and less healthy, something like that. Let's see here. Next are limes. I have this in a little thing here because I was not about to struggle with those limes on camera. But take about 2 tablespoons here. that. You're going to want 2 limes, the full juice of the 2 limes for this part of the recipe. And that's just what I put in there. Limes are high in vitamin C, which improves nitric oxide production, and again, has a lot of those really good antioxidants that we want for our heart health. Awesome. Salt. Now, I know what you're thinking. Salt is the devil for hearts, right? Everybody always complains about those high sodium levels. However, salt itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. Pour this in off screen a little bit here so I don't spill it all over my counter. But salt is something that is actually essential for life. It's just too much of it, which is a bad thing. And that could be said for all of these things. I'm going to have a half teaspoon of salt in here. Salt actually helps fluid balance and nerve function. So these things are good for your health. It's just that overproduction of it and everything. Same thing with our friend sugar here, which we're also going to put a half a teaspoon in. This is mostly just helping with the flavoring of everything all coming together. But sugar, not necessarily a bad thing either. Over-processed sugar definitely can be, but there is a lot of natural sugars that you find in food, which are just helpful for energy production. So if we have those sorts of things in our diet, not necessarily like the devil that is prohibited, but too much of something is a bad thing. Next, we're going to do just our 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. Pepper actually has capsaicin in it, which is what you find in like spicy foods and everything. Capsaicin is actually anti-inflammatory and really helps plaque build up in your heart. Our next thing here is going to be cilantro. Now, cilantro is really rich in those antioxidants like we talked about before, really helping with producing with really neutralizing all these free radicals that are running around. Basically, if you think of antioxidants as kind of like a shield, that's one way of looking at it. What I think of it more as is more of kind of a antidote. A lot of these, or like a calming thing for some of these free roaming molecules that are in your body, just kind of causing havoc. Now, the recipe here says finely chopped. I'm putting all of these into a giant blender anyway. I brought out a knife to see if that would help me out a little bit, but I really don't think with these I need any help chopping them up, because I really don't want to lose all of the juices that are in these. So I don't want to like waste any part of my cilantro here. I say as I like totally miss a leaf here, but I really don't want to waste all that like juices and stuff that will really help with this being as heart healthy as possible. So I'm going to stick about that much in. I'm going to sneak that in the blender, and I will spare your ears from the blending noises. But that is my heart healthy recipe.